11.1. Space, figures, and cross-sections. Number 1. How many vertices, faces, and edges are in the polyhedron to the right? List them. So the vertices are going to be the corners. So there are 8 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And they're going to be A, J, C, D, M, V, W, and H. Now it wants how many edges there are in the polyhedron. The edges are AD, CD, JC, JA, and so on. Those are edges. There are going to be 12 of them, so we'll say C. And how many faces? Well, that we have front, back, side to side, and top and bottom. That's going to be 6 faces. So that's going to be C. And that's number 1. Number 2. For the polyhedron, use Euler's formula to find a missing number. So let's take a closer look at that. So Euler's formula states that the sum of the number of faces and vertices of a polyhedron is 2 more than the number of its edges. So we have edges and vertices, and we're looking for faces. So let's substitute in. So 9 vertices, 14 edges. Combine these like terms. We'll get f plus 9 equals 16. Subtract 9 and you get the number of faces is 7. So let's type it in. So 7 is the answer for number 2. Going to number 5. Describe the cross-section of the figure to the right. So if you were cutting this piece off, what cross-section would be there is a rectangle. And that's number 5. Number 6. Draw and describe a cross-section formed by a plane intersecting the cube as follows. The vertical plane intersects opposite faces of the cube. Since it's vertical, we're going to say B. So the cross-section is going to be a square since it's a cube. And that's number 6. Number 7. Use the figure to the right to complete parts A and B. So A, you're going to sketch a horizontal cross-section. That's going to be D, going across. Vertical cross-section that contains the vertical line of symmetry is going to be B, because we have that hole there in the middle. And that's number 7. Number 10. A cube has a net with area 384 inches squared. How long is an edge of the cube? So the edge is a side, say like the side of a square. So the first thing we need to do is find the area of just one of the faces, which would be a square. So there are 6 faces in a cube, so 384 divided by 6 is 64. Now to find the edge of the cube, we need to take the square root of 64 because the area of a square is side squared. So the square root of 64 is 8, so the length of the edge is going to be 8. And that's number 10.